Harvey, I got that work, now rock out. Trent Harvey, I got that work, now rock out. Trent Harvey, I got that work, now rock out. Trent Harvey, I got that work, now rock out. Trent Harvey, I got that work, now rock out. Trent Harvey, I got that work, now rock out. Trent Harvey, I got that work, now rock out. Trent Harvey, I got that work, now rock out.
Dum, 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 dum. Can't seem to spell. On a Saturday morning. Special friend is crazy. But it's so funny how they be getting up after falls. We's back. What's up, Mello? How you doing this Saturday? I'm doing good. I love you too. Chilling, chilling. Can't believe it's already July. We about to be halfway through July, which is crazy in itself. Summer's going way too fast. Yep. What's up? It's like hockey. I don't know. The only two things I can think of that's close to hockey is just hockey and field hockey. Yeah. I'll say the only thing, yes, definitely hockey, field hockey, and then kind of reverse of hockey is lacrosse. Because lacrosse is like hockey, but it's in the air instead of on the ground. So that's like the only thing I could think of. Yeah. Hockey, field hockey, lacrosse. I know not a lot of people know about lacrosse, depending on what area you're in. Cause I know it's pretty big in Maryland, but not as big in DC. But it's definitely a big sport in Maryland and Virginia. Oh, we got lots of topics today. The usual suspects, but we also got a new professional league starting this year. So, lots of topics. See, I gotta get that website up so that I can read from the teams. Here we go. Good morning, Gifted. I mean, it was chill. I usually don't do anything on the 4th. And Mini Me is doing much better. Much better. Much better. Go yet. At the 2-minute mark. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, because I already got my coffee. I got my coffee. Got my coffee. Got my water. And I got some body armor, just in case that's what I want. A karaoke panel? Okay, okay. I always have a variety of things to hydrate. Always. I like variety when I'm thirsty. I almost always have at least 2 or 3 options. Always. All right. Whew. It's been a minute, y'all. It's been a minute. We're ready to roll, though. All right. Welcome home. Let's talk women's sports. Welcome to another episode on this lovely Saturday morning. We are back. I had to take a little break to deal with some IRL stuff, but we are back and ready to roll. And we got lots of updates today. News, new information. So, and we're going to get right into it. And we are going to start with the Women's Pro Baseball League. Women's Pro Baseball League is starting up in August. August 1st is the first game of the first season. Now, they have 4 teams in this inaugural season, and all the teams are named after a trailblazer. So, we can go through the 4 teams and who they're named after. So, first one up is the Boston Hunters. They are named after Harriet Hunt. She was a physician and a women's rights activist. Again, that's the Boston Hunters, named after Harriet Hunt. Let's see. The Hunters are inspired by Harriet Hunt, who, like the Osprey, set her mind on a goal and made it happen. A trailblazing physician, she was one of the first women to practice medicine professionally in the USA, despite being denied admission to Harvard twice because of her gender. So that's the first person. That's the first trailblazer. All right. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Queens. Let's see. They are inspired by Lizzie Murphy, nicknamed the Queen of the Diamond. Lizzie Murphy broke barriers at the time where opportunities for women in pro sports were extremely limited, showing the world how true talent rises to the top. So she's one of the first women to be known as really good at baseball. So that's the Los Angeles Queens. Next, we got New York Heights. They are named after Dorothy Height. Dorothy Height was one of the most influential leaders of the civil and women's rights movement. Dorothy Height dedicated her life to advancing equality for all. So that's New York Heights team. Last, we got San Francisco Firebells. They are named after Lily Hitchcock Coit. As a teenager, Lily leapt into action to help San Francisco volunteer firefighters battle the blaze on Telegraph Hill. She became an icon for the firefighters, known for rebellious attitude and open defiance of the gender norms of the time. Cool. So they got somebody in different aspects as trailblazers. So let's see. The first one we had was Harriet Hunt, physician, women's rights activist. Then Lizzie Murphy, queen of baseball. Dorothy Height, civil and women's rights activist. And then Lily Hitchcock Coit, who was a firewoman. So that's pretty cool that all the teams were named after a trailblazer. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So that's the 4 teams for the Women's Pro Baseball League. And as I said, the games will start August 1st. This first season, all the games are happening at the same place, which is in Springfield, Illinois. And I wish it was somewhere where I could actually go to a game, but I'm super happy for the women that were drafted and will be a part of these first teams. Let's see. Let me go back. Let's see if I can look at the rosters. I don't know, y'all. I gotta figure out a team, but I kind of like the Los Angeles Queen, their name, and I like all the teams' jerseys. So I might be in trouble because I think I'm gonna try to get a jersey for all 4 teams, but they all look good. So, whew, yeah, I might be in trouble, y'all. All right. Now, as we get closer to the season, I'll try to go over some of the players that'll be in the league, go over their stories, and we'll all learn this league and these players together. As every episode, we will discuss some players and their stories and how they ended up in getting drafted in the league and how they got into baseball. So we'll definitely do a lot more coverage of the players in that league and wish nothing but success for this league. 4 teams to start out. First game, August 1st. So if you are in the Springfield, Illinois area, you should get to a game if you can. Support. When I was looking, the prices for the games aren't that bad. So I actually, if I can find some people who live around there, I'm gonna try to buy some tickets and give away to people who can actually go to the game. Cause you know me, I want everybody to go to a live game for every league out there. So I'm gonna try to make something happen and get some people out to the baseball league games in August and September. Let's see. Yeah, so the season will start August 1st, regular season day. Last day is September 6th, and then obviously they will have playoffs, but that schedule hasn't been announced yet. So that's the new league that is emerging, and I'm excited to see. I don't know that much about baseball, but I'm definitely excited to watch and learn and kind of grow with the league. So super excited about that. All right. So, but I'm gonna work on getting some merch for the league. Because I know almost every women's professional league, I try to get some type of merch. Obviously, I have the most WNBA merch, but I'm trying to build my other leagues as well. Got a few things for NWSL. Got a few things for the hockey league. I still got to get some stuff for the volleyball league, but it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. All right. First break. Sorry, Mello. I have not done workout Wednesdays in a while. I gotta look at my schedule coming up. I may bring it back, but I gotta make sure I'm actually be able to commit to getting it done. Oh, interesting. Trying to chat over here. But yeah, I'm still trying to work out a few things that I want to start or bring back. I gotta make sure that it makes sense schedule wise, energy wise, because I also don't want to overextend myself. Also, I'm definitely rocking the all gray A1s today. I don't even think I posted a video on these, but they are fire. I love me some all gray. Also, if you are on TikTok or Instagram, do not forget to vote. I I have 2 more spots left as far as A1s. So I got 12 slots total. 10 slots are already filled. So my last 2 colorways are for you guys to vote on. So if you go to TikTok or Instagram, my last post shows you what the options are, and you can place your vote on the last two A1s that I'm going to get for my collection. I still can't believe I had that many A1s. Because I actually didn't set out to get that many, but here we are, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Next up, we got the Women's Soccer League, which is back in play after international break, which they usually have those at least once or twice every season. So, 4th of July weekend, they return to their schedule as usual. Let's see. And we got they still have a lot of games left in this season. The last day of the regular season for the Women's Soccer League is October 4th. So what we got? July, August, September. So basically 2 full months and some change. So there's a lot of time for teams to move in the standings. So right now, the standings are San Diego Wave at the number 1 spot with 28 points. Portland Thorns in second with 27. Washington Spirit in third with 24. Gotham 24. Utah Royals 24. Kansas City 24. So that's 4 teams all have the same amount of points. So scoring goals and getting points is going to keep you up at the top. So we'll see over the next couple weeks if there's any movement or shift there. North Carolina Courage 21, Pride 20, Angel City 16, Denver Summit 15, Bay 15, Seattle Reign 14, Houston Dash 14, Boston Legacy 13, Chicago Stars 12, and Racing Louisville at the bottom with 7. So as you can see, at each spot there's like 2 or 3 teams that are like right next to each other within a point or 2. So as I said, there's a lot of games left in this soccer season. So I'm pretty sure these standings will not look like this next weekend after they get through some games this week. And Trinity Rodman for the Washington Spirit has been on a tear since they came back with scoring goals. You guys know in a little bit later, we will actually watch highlights. We'll watch highlights from the soccer league and we'll watch highlights from the WNBA. But that is the update on the Women's Soccer League, their standings. And they still have quite a bit of games to go as the regular season doesn't end until October 4th. Now, I just found out that the championship is actually going to be hosted in DC this year. So I already put in my information to get information on tickets because the Washington Spirit have a good chance to make it back. And even if we don't, I still want to be there. Like being at the national championship game for any sport, any league is like a different experience. So I'm trying to be in the building come championship time at the end of the season. So I'm excited that it's actually going to be in DC this year. So I'm definitely going to be trying to be in the building. So we'll see how that turns out. Pretty sure it's going to be a hot ticket. So we shall see, y'all. We shall see. I will definitely have my eye on when the tickets become available. Because obviously, you know, there's a certain group of people who will get first dibs and all that. So I'll have to see, I guess, what's left over by the time the tickets actually become available. Bum, 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 Got you, Mello. I got you. All right. And of course, lastly, to discuss before we get into highlights, of course, is the WNBA. We are about to hit the midway point of the season. We are also about to hit All-Star Weekend. So, we're just going to go over the standings first, and then we'll actually get into the All-Stars. All right, standings as of last night. Aces in the number 1 spot with 16-6. They have the same record as the Minnesota Lynx, which is also 16-6. So the Lynx are in 2. The Valkyries at the 3rd spot, 17-7. Wings in the 4th spot, 15-8. Liberty in the 5th spot, 13-9. Dream 6, 13-9. Fever 7, 13-9. So that's 3 teams with the same record right now. Mystics in the 8th spot, 10-10. Sparks in the 9th spot, 10-11. Fire, 10th spot, 9-13. Tempo, 11th spot, 9-13. Mercury in the 12th spot, 8-15. Sky, 13, 7-15. Storm in the 14th spot, 6-18. Sun in the last spot, 5-18. Now, what's interesting is both the 2 expansion teams have the same record. So the Fire and the Tempo both sitting at 9-13. My Mystics sitting at the 8th spot, 10-10, which is not bad. It's kind of expected, but I'm hoping we move up a little bit. Then you got 3 teams, 5, 6, and 7 all have the same record, 13-9. So a lot of teams are really close record-wise. So obviously the standings are nowhere near probably what it's going to be when it comes playoff time. Not really surprised by the top 3 spots, Aces, Lynx, and Valkyries. The Valkyries proved last season that they were serious about being a playoff contender and a contender for the championship. So definitely excited about that. The Wings, I'm a little bit surprised, are in the 4th spot. I definitely thought they would probably be around 7 or 8, but that's a good surprise. Everybody else is kind of where I would expect them to be. The trade deadline is August. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. The trade deadline is August 2nd at 3 p.m. So we got a little bit less than a month until the trade deadline. Now, I foresee probably everybody between 9 and 15 possibly looking at trades. I don't think the top few 2 teams will make trades, but it's not impossible. We all know it don't matter where the standings are. If a team wants to make a trade, they'll make it. So we'll see what happens over the next couple weeks, see if any trades happen, if any teams make any improvements to kind of move up in the standings. 2 stories that have been popping up. Kennedy Carter got waived by the Aces, which I feel a little bit sad because I was rooting for Kennedy Carter. I think she's a great player. And I don't know anything about what's been happening with her, with the org, behind the scenes, but I still wish her the best as a person. But I was definitely rooting for her because there aren't going to be too many teams that are going to be willing to take the risk. And they've already proved that the last couple seasons. So I kind of felt like the Aces may be like her last shot to really like stay in the league. And the fact that they waived her, it makes it questionable whether we'll see Kennedy Carter in the WNBA again. Which is a little bit sad for me because I really liked her as a player. I loved how fast she was and her energy. So, but we'll see. Never say never. It's never 100% like it's not going to happen. So, we'll see. Another thing was Skylar got benched in Chicago, and also scratched from the last couple games. So, not really sure what's going on with Skylar Diggins and the Chicago Sky. Doesn't really surprise me because we all know the Chicago Sky has kind of been in turmoil the last few years, and it doesn't seem to be getting better. So we'll see if they're involved in any trades, any cuts, any waves over the next few weeks. Because, yeah, like, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, they've been in turmoil the last few seasons, and not really sure if they're even getting better once, like, what's going on. It's definitely got to be one of the kind of bottom franchises in the league right now, which is unfortunate. So hopefully All-Star Weekend is still good, because All-Star Weekend is in Chicago. So we'll see how it plays out, y'all. We'll see how it plays out. Speaking of All-Star, so we're going to go over the All-Star starters first. So All-Star starters are Asia Wilson, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Brianna Stewart, Jessica Shepard, Gabby Williams, Olivia Miles, and Natasha Howard. That's the starters. And I'm excited because y'all know I love me some Olivia Miles. So I'm excited to see her not only be an all-star, actually be a starter this year. So I'm excited for that. I am really enjoying watching her and Paige Beckers play. So those two got to be kind of at the top of my list as far as being excited to watch play and excited for All-Star Weekend. Now, Miles has been out the last couple games for injury, so we'll see if she's actually able to go for the All-Star game. I think she's the only one of the starters that are out for injury. Well, her and Caitlin Clark. So we'll see. They haven't announced if they're going to, put somebody else in because they can't go. So we'll keep an eye on that. But that's the starters right now. Now, the reserves: Sonia Citron, Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, Kiki Erfin, Jonquil Jones, Marina Mabry, Dominic Malonga, Nneka Ogwumike, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, Courtney Williams, and Jackie Young. Now, from the reserves, obviously, Money Mabry has been tearing it up this season. From the three, from the mid, attacking the basket. Y'all know I love me some Money Mabry, so I'm excited to see her in the All-Star game. Sonia Citron and Kiki from the Mystics making the All-Star game second year. So they've been in rookie and sophomore season. Excited for this duo. Glad to see them back in the All-Star game as well. So all in all, I'm excited for this All-Star game. I'm excited for them to put on a show. We'll see. Let me see who from the reserves might be out. Let's see, because Plum has been out. So we'll see if she actually gets to play in the All-Star game as well. So there's like 3 or 4 people who may have to call up somebody else to play if they can't go. But we'll keep an eye on that because right now that is the list. Starters and reserves. So I'm super excited to see All-Star Weekend. We'll see who they announce in the 3-point contest and the skills challenge, all those things. And as they announce those, I'll, let you guys know on the next episode when it comes out. But I'm excited for All-Star Weekend. It would have been nice to try to get to it, but this year it wasn't in the plan that I could come up with financially. So we'll have to see where the All-Star Weekend will be the next couple years, because I definitely want to go to another one. Because going to the one in Phoenix, I had a blast. So I definitely want to get to another All-Star weekend in the next couple years. So we'll see where they actually happen. So definitely looking forward to it. I have to see if I can get it, because certain games be on certain apps, and depending on the app, if I can get it, I'll definitely show you guys. Because I'm definitely going to be trying to watch the whole weekend. And so if I have access, then, you know, I'm always going to try to give you guys access as well. But I'll keep you guys posted for sure. See, I have to get set up here for some highlights. Y'all know we always gotta watch some highlights. Alright. Before we switch over to highlights, I just want to show you guys the book for this month, which is July. You guys know I'm trying to cover women athletes across a multitude of sports. So we try to cover any sport that I can find that someone has a book or, you know, co-wrote a book about their story, their challenges, their obstacles, their successes, and different things like that. So this month we got Throw Like a Girl, Jenny Finch. She is a softball player. So that's going to be the book for July. And so over the next couple episodes, we'll discuss her story, her journey with the USA softball team, through college softball and all that. So that is the book for this month. Throw Like a Girl, Jenny Finch. I'm excited because she was like at the height of softball when I first started watching softball. So I remember watching her play for Team USA, and helping them win a lot of games, and be a really, really good pitcher. So we'll definitely get more into her story over the next few weeks. All right. Give me a second. I got to get set up so we can switch to some highlights real quick. That's that. I'm loving this standing desk though. The standing desk has come in handy. Hopefully it wasn't stuck on that scene this whole time. I'm still trying to get used to this streaming on YouTube as well. Alright, let me get highlights up. Actually, we'll do soccer first. YouTube. WSL. Highlights. Let's go. Alright. I need my chair. Get this up. We got highlights. There we go. Alright. Now let me unmute. That should be the PC. We'll do Kansas City. Highlights.
Any tap-in is possible with the easiest way to pay.
Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 live on Fox with YouTube TV or on Fox One, available with YouTube. Sign up now. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
Some changes to the back line. Bernal and Rudd will center this team, and then Say will get a start as a right back. Will be a net. It's a really strong back line with a lot of cohesion. But then up front, they get Kiki Van Zanten back. Last started at the beginning of May.
The ultimate goal of lifting a trophy. And away we go. It's Houston right to left in the
Trying to
orange.
see.
It's Washington left to right in the green. We're happy to have you with us on Victory Plus. It is
I don't know if you guys can hear
WSL.
the
Two times that
highlights.
Houston visited County Field, nightmarish. Combined 7-0 over the two games, losing 3-0 in 2024 and 4-0 last September. Hoping to erase that. Colaprico looking in behind. Good ball. It's just over the bar. Almost announcing herself back in the 11.
Sits deeper, and then she picks her head up, and there's a gap between the two center backs. Right through the heart, up and over. And that is, when I talked about earlier, the texture of balls, it's bending. Great pass.
Ram finds Patterson. Flag stays down. Cutting in. Going for goal. It's wide. Sandy McKeever had it read the whole way. Never worried. Lead to date. Her third year with the Spirit. Goes short. Sullivan. All the way back for Kawasi, a rocket. From there, are you okay with that decision, or would you rather see the service in from Santos?
This
But one of the things
is
she
the
wants is not to
Washington
score more
Spirit
goals. If she's going
and
to be a 9 for
Houston
this
Dash.
team, these are the moments she has to capitalize on.
We steal one here. Cantore. Centering Santos. The volley over the bar. Kawasi. Kawasi clicks it back. De Guglielmo lets it fly. Another good look, another one off target, but feels like Washington is starting to find the groove of this game. Kawasi. Rose Kawasi in for Trinity Rodman. Still Rodman creating space. Rodman, was it deflected? That's what she's arguing. Danielle Chesky hasn't decided yet. Now she has. Goal kick. Back and forth. Neither side
Players
yet
arguing with the refs would
through.
never not be
Maybe
funny.
here though, Rodman off her knee, taken
better
down.
sport.
Penalty.
And for Patterson here, she gets caught up with Rodman, and it's her falling that trips up Rodman, falls on her back.
A player of her caliber. All it takes is
Yeah,
one
that's
to
their
really get going.
cherry blossom jerseys.
Kawasi denied by
Oof.
Campbell. Rebounds there. De Guglielmo brought down. Another shot for a penalty from
You gotta get those
Washington.
free
It's cleared.
kicks.
And Houston hangs out some
Yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna like them,
Whoa,
but
Rodman earns
it
the
actually
penalty.
does look
Kwasi
good.
steps up, and Campbell read it like a hawk. Knew
I gotta get a
exactly
different
where that
Washington
was
Spirit
going.
jersey because
Dove
I got
to her right, big right
the player that I
palm
got.
on it,
We traded, so
keeping it out of the back of the net.
now I gotta get a new one.
Just disappointment
I might
from
order the
Kawasi
Trinity
right
Rodman one,
away.
though.
But it,
Now,
She is the
free
franchise
kick.
player.
Santos, is it a service or is it a shot?
she's looking at a shot, I think.
Santos, it is a shot and it's wide, but it had Campbell worried at her near post.
Teams are dramatically different in the second half of the season, and he knows everybody's
The
going to get that
curls.
much better. So who is this Washington Spirit team going to be?
Hirschfeld delivers Cantore toward goal.
And that's one of the things they focused on during this break.
And with that, the whistle to end the first half scoreless between the Spirit and the Dash.
I don't have no curls.
It ebbed
so.
and flowed in this game. I think a lot of what we saw was due to the heat.
And Houston left to right in the orange. Away we go in half number 2. Keep that in mind, though. The playing surface, as you just saw it being watered, it's going to be very quick these first 5 to 10 minutes before it starts to dry up a little bit.
So you're trying to use her distribution and that back line or her shot from distance, because there have been times where I think if she could dribble into that space that Washington are leaving open, she could really make it difficult.
Plenty of space
Trinity
here.
Rodman is so fast, bro.
Trinity Rodman
Go!
makes no mistake.
She's so
The
fast.
first goal and the resumption of play in NWSL belongs to Trinity Rodman, continuing to torment the Dash.
And this ball
She is so
from
fast.
Santos is absolute perfection, because Rodman does not have to slow down one bit. It's in her stride. She runs straight at Campbell, and then at the last minute, perfect first touch, sets herself up, and then just dinks it up and over the left palm of Campbell.
Listen.
Nothing she can do about that. I had mentioned in the first half, Houston pressing
so
with a lot of
fast.
numbers. They needed to be more
That's gotta
careful
be like a
in
goalie's nightmare.
rest defense moments.
The
That's
fastest
why.
person on the
'Cause
team
you have
coming
a
at
player
you
like
by
Trinity
themselves.
Rodman who will make you pay.
It's got to be a goalie
And if you're
nightmare.
Houston, you have to know that that's a player.
I think Ben Shelton's liking that. He's talked a lot about how Trinity Rodman.
All right, the other way, big
Ooh,
save from
what
the
a
keeper.
save.
Houston just knocking over the top.
Just a few moments ago, we saw this long ball into Fossey, and this is what I was
Yeah.
talking about. Just when she came in.
70th minute. Holding behind.
Like, it's
center.
fun to
Cantone
watch.
At the near post.
Especially
What might be
when
her
both
last
teams are
involvement.
good.
Told she's about to come off for Gift
Just like
Monday.
when both teams are playing
She
good in
knows
basketball,
she needs to
man.
score. It's interesting. Only 19
It's so
shots
fun to
in
watch.
total this season for Cantore. The best in the league, the best number 9s are up in the 30s, 40s. Barbara Banda is almost 60 shots for the season. So for Cantore, she needs more of these moments where she is in. Here's that mid block for Houston, for Washington, but there's no movement off the ball for Houston.
Kawasi from Monday. Kawasi back to Monday on the turn. Comes back for Santos. Saved by Campbell. I mean, take your pick in that moment.
He had some chances
I'll make
in
the
this
save.
game.
It doesn't even matter to me. Kleinke does a good job of just trying to isolate here, but then it's Santos at the top of the box. Campbell has just read it. Look at the footwork there.
Dash hoping to avoid a 5th straight road loss. Boateng drops one in. The header saved by McKeever. Easy in the end.
I can't wait for
Imagine
World
being
Cup
able
next
to build
year.
an app with your name on it. Just by
Women's
thinking
World
about
Cup is next year.
Meet
I
Base
can't wait.
44, a complete AI
That's
creation
like one of
platform.
my favorite events.
Drops in a good ball. The header saved by Campbell. Oh, that's
Oh!
terrific.
What a save. 'Cause I
Against
definitely thought that was
herself
about to
for
be
save of the
goal.
week. This is absolutely outstanding.
That is
She's going the
a
opposite direction.
great
Somehow
save.
gets back down to
Sheesh.
her left.
I definitely thought
Rudd
that was about
does
to
a
be a goal.
wonderful job just getting a glancing header, trying to redirect it back towards the back post, but Campbell, my goodness.
Yet Rodman cutting. Comes back for Rudd. Santos. The header. That one wide. And that was in the 53rd minute, that moment.
Oh,
Maybe here. Flag stays down. Just like that. Fossey makes it count.
Man, they
and
tied
it's
the game.
1-1.
That's crazy.
Out of nowhere, Houston equalizes.
along the back line, and as this ball gets played through here from Olmark, just on the half turn, and she plays it opportunistically, and it's the run of Fossey, who says, all right, if this gets through, I will score a goal. And she places it bottom far corner, Her eyes just peep up for a second to know where the space is. And she knew once that left her foot, it was going in the back of the net. Now, minute and a half at home. I'm going back to our conversation with Adrian Gonzalez, and he said, what team do we want to be? Well, you got a minute and a half to prove it here.
Looking through, Rodman, it sneaks its way in! The ball had eyes, and Washington has a win!
Yo, in extra time is crazy.
But this is why she is a superhero in this league. All right, we need a goal. Minute and a half left. We're at home, and I am going straight at the back line. She doesn't need much. She needs a little window, a little opportunity. And she had eyes for the goal.
And that is why
Not
she
her
just
best shot,
signed
but
one
it
of the
doesn't matter.
biggest
They all count the
contracts.
same. And that might be one of the most important goals Trinity
The Washington
Rodman
Spirit
scores
owner
this season.
is like, we
To
gotta
save these
keep
3
her.
points at home and keep momentum going for this Washington Spirit squad.
Done though the other way. Houston
Thank
just
God.
gave it a push off the kickoff. Still now getting numbers forward.
Now everyone in Audi Field on their feet.
There is the whistle. We won't go any further. Trinity Rodman with the brace. All 3 points for the Spirit.
Alright. It's gonna be our one more highlight of the night. This game last night was
News is
good.
streaming live on Fox 1. Watch the world change as it happens.
Dallas
live.
Toronto game last night.
We are set for basketball. Our crew chief is Tim
They
Green.
get
Tyler
buckets.
Murkovich is the referee umpire. Kelly Broomfield. Opening tip is
Alright, no
allowed
problem.
by Laura Yushkaita. First touch for Beckers. Leads Arike Ogumbawale. Rumbles into the paint. Here's Shepard. Spin move. Drive it. Score.
Jessica Shepard, we were just talking about her, such a confident scorer this season, has the skill set to take it right to the rack.
Lob pass. Mabry to Harrison. And a tempo answer.
Scoring numbers of her career, but coming off her best career game. 24 points in a loss to Golden State.
Averaging 13 and a half per game. Shepard cleans it up. Has all 4 Dallas points. Shepard at 14.6 points per game. Owns all 3 WNBA triple-doubles in 2026. Maria Conde dishes, and Harrison scores with a teardrop.
Yeah,
7-6 tempo. Shepard, the high ball screen. Beckers fires inside the line. Cash. They
That's
call it a 3 on the floor.
aggressive getting downhill to get to the free throw line.
She's completely bought in, Arike Ogumbawale. And that's another missile from deep. Mabry is hot early.
Jose Fernandez, you asked him today, how do you keep her from getting hot? You said you got to keep the ball out of her hands. Well, that hasn't happened so far. You have to guard her right as she steps over half court.
And if you don't, it's going to be a long night. As Alamon looks in transition. Mabry from the logo. Oh, yeah!
Early part of her professional
Money
career.
Mabry.
3 triples for Mabry early. Crossover, step back. My goodness!
On the former teammate there. Arike just
She
had a
went off in
smile
that
after
first
that.
quarter.
She's tied the league record twice this year with 9 triples. No player in league history has hit 10. Beckers fade away, yes. Hot potato for the board. It's Almon, the facilitator. Leads the team in assists per game, 5.2. Tough shot in the lane. It's Laura Yushkaita.
And Julie Almond didn't play in the first meeting just a couple days ago. She was a late scratch. Sandy Brondello thought that had a big part to do of why she thought it was one of their worst games of the season. So she's back. But Jessica Shepard, she's not cooling off.
Conde looks for the cutter. Instead, Yushkaita, sidestep 3. Buries it.
Yushkaita has been a real talent.
Brittany Griner as her running mate. Griner now with the Connecticut Sun. Here's Beckers, head fake. Conde took...
Bum, 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 bum. All right. I did not. Shoot. This right. Trying to figure out. Yeah. It's definitely not going the way I wanted to. definitely gonna have to figure out this YouTube thing. I don't see why. Okay, it cut off right there. Got it. All right, that's all good. Learn something new today. It's a learning process. Learning process. But, so we gonna get it together, y'all. It's a learning process. But so far so good. So I'm not mad at it. But alright, so first episode back after the long break. Thank you guys for tuning in. We covered the Women's Pro Baseball League. We'll be starting in August. NWSL is back in full swing. They still have a couple months in their season. So definitely tune into some games if you can. WNBA, we almost at the mid-season point. All-Star weekend is close. We talked about the All-Stars. Excited to watch them play. All-Star weekend is in Chicago this year. So if you're in the area, definitely drive by some of the events, even if you're not going to the game. There should be a lot of stuff going on all weekend long. Again, we will discuss the book of the month. Throw Like a Girl, Jenny Finch, softball player. So each week we'll dive into her story a little bit. But welcome back, y'all. Excited to get this back rolling and keep you guys updated each week. And as always, Welcome Home's goal: educate, appreciate, promote, and support women's sports. Welcome Home and yours truly, Lady Blue Flames. Our goal is to educate, appreciate, promote, and support women's sports. Have a great weekend. Welcome home.